another Mindset Monday. Obviously, I'm in a way better place and space than I was last. Oops, sorry, y'all. I'm in a much better space than I was last week. Okay. And I'm excited to get into this topic because, oh my gosh, this topic has set me on a whole nother other trajectory, and I'm just really, really excited to get into it because listen, y'all got us out here not to be limited, not to be limited. We are unlimited creators. We are ultimate creators, okay? And we're gonna get into it. So what's up everyone? Peace and love. My name is Jade Liz. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my live. Welcome to the replay. If you're watching on the replay. Um, yeah, it's Mindset Monday. Happy whatever day of the week it is that you are watching this, if you're watching it on the replay. But today is September, I was about to say 20th today. It's September 15th. It's a Monday, and the topic that we are going to be talking about today is limiting beliefs. It took me having a life coach, and I literally paid, I want to say, over $10,000 for my sessions, right? And it took working with my life coach to even recognize what a limiting belief was. Y'all, we we gonna get into it. Okay. We gonna get straight to it. I'm trying to not try. I don't try. I don't try. That's ghetto. I do. I am pulling up my notes. So yeah, so today we're talking about identifying limiting beliefs. What is a limiting belief? And how does that play a role in your day-to-day life? Like, yeah. Guys, limiting beliefs are beliefs that, as you could guess, they limit you, right? So, limiting beliefs come into play, and you can kind of feel them before you identify them as a limiting belief. Um, they're thoughts that make you uncomfortable. They're thoughts that make you feel small. They're thoughts that make you feel anxious. And when you are mindful and you get to the root of what it is that you're feeling, you will find the seed that has been planted that is a limiting belief. Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. So, yes, we're talking about limiting beliefs. So, my limiting belief, the biggest one that I had to identify and recognize, and I think I touched on this last week, limiting beliefs about money. Listen, first of all, I just want to acknowledge that everything is tied to energy. We are made of energy, and that's not to get into esotericism or making things spiritual. It's just a fact. Everything takes energy. Gas, cars run on gas. That is their source of energy. Us as humans, we run on food and water, and that is our source of energy. Everything is energy, right? So when you have a limiting belief, those are just sources, thoughts that really do hinder and limit what you think that you can do and what you think that you can be. So, how can we be made aware of the limiting beliefs that we have? So, Anytime that you feel uncomfortable, anytime that you feel, I don't want to say uncomfortable, I want to say discomfort. When you're thinking about something, and case in point, right? It's time to go grocery shopping. You check your account. You have enough, but it's looking real tight because you know that them bills are going to be due real soon. Rent is coming up, but you need to eat. So you go to the store and you're wondering, like, do I have enough? And now with these prices rising, that's neither here nor there. But you're like, do I have enough? Do I have enough? And a lot of times that that causes, like, and I won't speak for anybody else, I'll speak for myself. There was a time, because I was talking in hypotheticals. Let's make this real, right? There was a time where I had bills due, and I also needed to get groceries. And in reviewing my accounts, in looking into what it is that I have, where it was, getting to the grocery store, paying for gas, paying for bills, I sat in the car and I really was reflecting on, I don't have enough. Like, I don't have enough. I know that this is due. My check doesn't come in until next week. And yeah, the big arching thought was, I don't have enough. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. So I had just started getting into affirmations and checking energy and checking vibes. And I sat in the car and I started to feel myself spiral. I started to feel myself think and dwell on what I didn't have and what I needed to get. And this was around the time where I was in coaching. So I stopped, I paused, and I'm like, I always have more than enough. And that was my affirmation for the day. I always have more than enough. I always have more than enough. So I went to the grocery store and I put the things that I needed in the cart. And that's like, let's not, like I wasn't delusional. We weren't ignoring the fact that, you know, this the responsibilities needed to be handled. But what you gonna do when you need groceries? So I'm sitting in the cart and I'm sitting in the cart. I'm sitting in the store. I'm walking around in the store and I'm putting the things that I need in the cart. And I got to the register and I went to go check out, and I literally had a penny more than what I needed. And then I don't remember, it was such a long time ago, but I believe I got a call for an unexpected job. Long story short, I had the money and then some when it came down time to it. And I know, and I attribute that, I call it a small win. I contribute that small win to me putting the energy out there that I always have more than enough. And to this day, even if it's a penny more, I always have more than enough. Everything that I need, it comes to me in divine timing. It comes to me before I need it. And that wasn't always my reality, but I made it become my reality because that is what I chose to focus on. Um, so identifying limiting beliefs, observe patterns in your life that are just not ideal. Some common limiting beliefs that we have is that we don't have enough money, that we don't have the skills that it takes to get to where we want to go. So, for example, if you want to change careers, feeling like, oh, I can't. Usually, if the sentence starts with I can't, it's very likely that it's a limiting belief. I can't do X because Y. I can't change careers because I don't have the skills. I can't get the skills because I don't have the money. I don't have the money because I don't have the career. And the loop just goes on and on and on. And oh my gosh, we'll get into those thought loops, those limiting thought loops, um, in another video at another point. But guys, like, these thought loops, they really do play a really big role in how we live our day to day. So, oh my gosh, hi everybody. Sorry, I lost my notes. I need a better note system. But we're here. We're here and we're present. We're here every Monday at 7:30. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in. Thank you for joining the live. Thank you for watching the replay. Um, so yeah. I am making this better. Guys, sidebar, and you know what? This could go into limited beliefs too. I have star guards, and it makes seeing things like super difficult, super annoying. And my notes weren't big enough on the screen, so I had to make it even bigger. And you know what? We could tie this back in, okay? So a big problem that I'm having right now, and this is current. There's things that I want to do, but I feel like I can't do because of my eyesight. Because of my eyesight, I feel like I can't get into certain jobs, or I don't put myself in certain situations because I feel like my sight is going to limit me. And while it is a hindrance, the condition is not, it's not terminal. I will never be fully like blacked out, like zero vision. It's just impaired. It's impaired vision. And like literally, like if people are commenting on this live, I really can't see it because I'm on my phone and it's mad small. But we still showing up, okay? We still have to show up. I still have to show up. I still have to put these words out. I still have to be obedient to what Yah is telling me to do. So, you know what? Y'all, please bear with me. I appreciate y'all for being here, for stopping by, for looking, for viewing. But, um, yeah, I am not, and this is a really big thing. I'm not saying any of this from the standpoint of I don't have limiting beliefs anymore because I know about them and I'm past that. No. I feel like limiting beliefs are going to be coming up for the rest of my life. That's just point blank period. It's just about recognizing them and then moving forward accordingly. So literally like in real time, I mask my eyesight a lot. And some people notice, but the way that the condition works, it's, I don't want to say it's easy to mask. Like I could see regular, but I don't, I don't see regular. That's just what it is. So when these things come up, when these thoughts and these limiting ideas come up, it is up to me to identify them, to recognize how they're making me feel, and then move forward accordingly. And yeah, that's what I'm in real time. In real time right now, that's literally what I'm doing. So the textbook definition of what we're saying, a limiting, or how to identify the limiting belief, is to Pay attention to the patterns that you have in your life. Pay attention to how you're feeling, how you react to certain situations, to certain people. Um, the name of the game for fighting these limits, or the name of the game to unlimit these limiting beliefs, is to really pay attention to what you're feeling, thinking, and observing. Um, Especially in regards to when you desire a change, when you can identify that there's something in your life that isn't working how you want it to work, when there's things in your life that are going and patterns that keep occurring that you ideally just don't want to be a thing anymore, um, that's when it really helps and comes into play, because without these beliefs, it really does unlock another level of being, another level of creating. I think about often who, what, where I would be if I didn't have the thoughts that I do. So, the biggest question and the big question, we'll just say, the big QC, the big question of the day is, how do we fight back? How do we fight back when our mind starts attacking us with all these things that we can't do, or that all the things that we aren't, or when the comparison sets in? Oh, well, this person, and again, I'm saying this to you guys in real time. When the comparison sets in, like, okay, well, they have XYZ. She does XYZ. We came up on the same place. We're the same age, but I'm not here. When those things come in, how do we fight back? How do we fight back? That's the big question. And I got y'all. I got y'all. Because one thing about um life, I started getting petty. And I'm sorry, it was a sidebar. I started getting really petty because I'm just like, why does my brain get to sit, and it's not even the brain, but like, why do these thoughts get to come in my head and bully me and irritate me and make me feel small, and I just have to sit there and take it and roll over? No. Nope. How do we fight back? We fight back by observing and affirming differently. And it sounds simple, I know. It sounds simple. It is simple, but it's not easy. It's simple and it's not easy. But I got y'all again. I got y'all. So what we're gonna do, I have an activity for anybody who wants to participate. I have an activity, and I'm not gonna send you guys anywhere else. We're gonna do it right now. I need you to get a piece of paper, or you can use your phone's notes app. But what we're going to do is what we're gonna do is create an affirmation that will help you to fight your current most pressing limiting belief. So, the first step, and we're going to do this in 3 steps. It's really 5, but we're going to do this in 3 steps. So, the first thing that I need you to do is get that piece of paper and write down something on it that is really bothering you. Write down something that is bothering you, that makes you uncomfortable, something that you want to change about your life. Write that thing on a piece of paper. So I want to give you guys time, but you can go back and listen to this again, or pause it. You can pause. So you can pause here and you can write down as many things as you want to. But to start, I suggest doing 2 to 3. So write down 2 to 3 things that just completely you just don't want in your life anymore. You don't want a part of your life anymore. Whether it is money, whether it is relationships, career, just pick the biggest, most pressing things that are bothering you about life right now. So once you're done with that, we're going to go to step 2. And so I want you to reflect on that, what you just wrote down, and then on either the back of a piece of paper or underneath what you wrote, I want you to turn that belief or turn what you just wrote into what you would like to see instead. And really think about it. So, for example, if you wrote down, I hate my job and I want a new one, what would you like to see? Where would you like to go? Where would you like to be? What type of work would you like to be doing? We're not writing all of that down, but you can write down. So, say you don't like your job, your want would be you want to be, I want to be in a career that is fulfilling and pays me well. And that's your want. So, you can pause here to turn your identified limiting belief into an ideal belief. And then you can pause here. And when you're ready, we can go to step 3. And step 3 is to turn that ideal into an affirmation, an I am affirmation, preferably with gratitude. So, like we said, I want to have a career that is fulfilling, that pays me well. So, my affirmation would be I am so grateful to have a career that is fulfilling and also pays me well. And I always encourage adding gratitude to these affirmations, to the things that you write down, because it just adds a little more, like, I don't know what to call it. It adds a little pizzazz to it. It adds a little more flair to your affirmation. And it's harder for your mind to fight gratitude. A lot of times, if we start saying things and when we start to speak things as we want them to be, not as they are, our mind fights us and we're like, that's not true. That's not true. Your mind, how many times are you like, okay, say your affirmation is, I am a millionaire. I am a millionaire. I am a millionaire. And when you say it, at first, say you got you in the negatives in your account. Your account just got overdrawn. Imagine, or honestly, even if, look, we all been there. When you start telling yourself, I'm a millionaire, your brain is just like, girl, what? Like, you're not. And it fights back. But when you add the gratitude, I know we're still not there yet, but you're being grateful in advance. When you're grateful in advance, it comes through a little bit faster, a little bit more. You know what? Let me not even add faster. And because all like funny stuff aside, divine timing is always key. It's always king. It always wins. Divine timing is everything. So everything will get to you when it's supposed to. If you are tapped into this live, if you are watching this replay, it is divine timing for you to hear this message, because as things come to you when they're supposed to. Ideas, thoughts, people, they come to you when they're supposed to. So that was it. Yeah. And so then you have your affirmation. And then what I want you to do, what I challenge you to do, is to comment on this video, comment on this live, what your affirmation is, write it down, so that, and put it in a place that you can see regularly. Put it under your pillow, put it next to your toothbrush. If you have a car, put it on your little sun visor. Like, put this affirmation, make sure that it's something that you just continue to say to yourself, and watch what happens next. So that was Mindset Monday. I'm so grateful. We are on week 3. Is this 3 or 4? No, we're on week 3. We're on week 3. And I am just so happy to be able to talk to you guys. And I'm so happy and grateful that the ideas keep flowing in, that there's more people coming in, joining the journey. Guys, it is going to get real. So tap in with me. Follow me on Instagram. We have been doing daily affirmations on my Instagram broadcast channel. And for the rest of the year, we are locking in. Okay. I'm here every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're locking in because, listen, God created us to win. Okay. God created us to win. God created us to create. The creator created me to help you create, and that is what I'm going to do. We are locking in for the rest of the year so that we are setting ourselves up for the rest of our lives. Okay? It was so great speaking with you guys. Tap in with me for Mindset Monday. And I have more things coming out soon, so stay tuned. I will be back here Monday. Next Monday, I will have a special guest with me. I'm going to start bringing on guests. So if I could, I'm not going to say too much. I'm not going to spoil it, but I'll have a special guest with me next week. And if anybody's interested in joining forces and teaming up on these lives, I am down. Just send me a message on Instagram. And yeah, I hope you guys have a really, really, really great week. I am praying for you. I'm so grateful just to be in a new space, in a new place. And with that, and now my phone's dying. With that, I will see y'all next week. Follow, like, subscribe to join the journey. Again, my name is Jayde Liz, and I will see you in the next one.